I think we can see why.
It had a lot to do with it, that's for sure.
The right rear has gone down on Max Reeves' machine, and this time he's not going to be able to get away without a scratch. He was running in the top 10 at the time.
I tell you, there's not a lot of damage to that car.
Both the back tires.
No, you know, we don't see the safer barriers here, but your top speed isn't as much here, but if you owned that car, you'd be thinking there's a lot of damage.
But these composite bodies that the Arca series was really one of the first series to have that, really does it. Wow, you can see him crab walking now, trying to get back to the pits, and that is our leader right in front of him. He's trying to stay on the lead lap. I'm not sure that's going to be possible.
Well, Reeves limps it back to the pit area. We're under our second caution here in the Hungry Hens 100. Back for more from DeCoin right after this. Ken Schrader, Eric Brennan along with you. We're wrapping up our second caution of the race. Unfortunately, both involved Max Reeves, our most recent winner on the Arca Menards Series Tour at Madison last time out. Reeves did get the car back out on track. However, he is back in the pit area with the team still frantically working on the damage sustained from the outside wall.
Well, part of that was that when he left pit road just a few moments ago, I think he was behind the pace car. He went in front of the pace car and caught up with the field, but the ARC officials said, no, you did not beat the pace car. So now, unfortunately, that will put him 2 laps down. And Kenny and I were talking during the break, that's almost a death sentence being 2 laps down.
It makes it a lot harder, for sure.
Back underway, about 15 laps away from what would be our one and only scheduled race break. 65 to go in the race. Brent Cruz, the leader in the 70, picks the top lane, gets the spot over Wallace Allen. LeVar Scott tried to follow through on the outside of the 6, gets a little wide. Here comes Brendan Queen on the bottom for 3rd. And Jade Avedissian following Queen through to get up to 4th place.
You can just watch her learning more and more as LeVar's going to try to get back to her inside. Side-by-side battle off the turn 4. Jade got a little bit wide up into the dust.
Oh, and that checked her up. Here comes Isabella Robusto, her Venerating Motorsports teammate, with a slight nudge to the rear bumper on the front stretch. And Avedissian protects 5th for the moment.
Once you get that right rear up there, hardly ever can you hit the car to come right back down. You have to scroll off so much speed to stop that slide before you can get the forward traction again.
Behind Robusto, the battle between a couple of the fast track racing cars. Tim Monroe in the 11, Tony Cosentino in the 12, 7th and 8th respectively. And Kelly Kovsky, who also came down the pit lane under that most recent caution, is working his way back up through the field.
Sure, Kelly just wanted to come in and make some adjustments and see. He figured he had probably 15 laps to see if that helped before that halftime break. So
he's making up momentum too.
Side of Tony, and he's able to make that pass. Tony got a little bit out of shape right there.
Kovsky, who finished 2nd in this race back in 2016 behind Tom Hessert III, has been so close to that Arca victory. And it's something that he has been chasing for quite some time. Got it as a crew chief with Grant Enfinger at Springfield a few years ago.
3 top 5s in a row on dirt coming into this one for him. Both last year and at Springfield earlier this year.
Jason Kitzmiller giving up a spot to Chase Howard in his very impressive ARCA debut. The Rise Motorsports number 31.
New to the ARCA series, but no stranger to dirt for Chase Howard.
And this field continues around the racetrack. Caution is out for the 3rd time in this race. Still about 12 laps shy of what would be our scheduled race break. And there is a car that has come to a stop. In fact, that's Alex Club, who's found some trouble off turn 4. Well, before we take a break here for this caution, I want to thank Ken Schrader for coming on up and hanging out with us. Also, congrats on the win.
It worked out.
Hopefully you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this one with us.
We're going to go to the grandstands and watch it.
All right, good seeing you, Kenny.
3rd caution of the race for Alex Club, who's got the window net down. While he comes back to the pit area, we'll come.
Brent Cruz, when he was 11 or 12 years old, racing out of Millbridge. That's not very far from my hometown. And he was on the gas and fast then, and it hasn't slowed down now. And such a varied career at the age of 17 years old. A Trans Am champion, a Chili Bowl A-feature racer, and it's amazing what the accomplishments that he's had in his young career, and obviously wins here in the Arca Menards series, and just nothing but a very bright future for this young man.
Got a chance to catch up with Brent earlier today and talked about the transition. 3-time winner on the season. That win at Springfield came with this Nitro Motorsports team. Also won twice with the Joe Gibbs Racing team, where he has more races scheduled. And said, what's it like sliding over to this Nitro group? He said, I've been with this group since I was in karts. Love working